a few notes regarding the conjunctions in use. Okay, common conjunctions in use. Okay, so 1 second. I want only 15 minutes for giving this. I request everybody to take a pen and a paper, ruled paper. Take a pen and a ruled paper.
Ma'am, I didn't hear what you said.
I have told you to take a paper and pen. I'm going to give you some notes.
Okay, ma'am.
Regarding the conjunctions. Okay. Test heading. Main heading conjunctions in use. The conjunctions in use. The first word as. Conjunction as. The word is as. A-S, as. A short note. We use as. We use as to join. We use as to join.
I joined a little late. Can you please
No
tell
problem. I have told everybody to take a pen and paper and please note down all those points.
Okay.
First word is as. We use as to join sentences. We use as to join sentences that give a reason or answer the question. We use as to join sentences that give a reason or answer the question why. As is joined, as is used for joining sentences that give a reason or answer the question why. Underline that give a reason and answer the question why. Okay. 2 examples. First sentence, I was early. I was early. Second sentence, I waited outside the building. I was early. I waited outside the building. So you can ask a question, why did you wait outside the building? Okay, so we'll get a reason. What is the reason for waiting outside the building?
I was early.
I was a little early to the sport. I said I can come only by 9 o'clock, but I reached at 7:30. So I have to wait outside for Gopika Shankar as she is actually engaged in the room or she is actually doing something there in a house. So I have to wait outside the building, right? So there is a reason, or to raise a reason, we are using the word as. So how to connect these 2 sentences with as?
I waited outside as I was early.
So if that is the case, if you have 2 different methods, as you said is very correct. The first one is as I was early. As I was early, give a comma. I waited outside the building. This is one usage. Or else you can write I waited outside the building as I was early. Both the answers are correct. Okay. As I was early, I waited outside the building. One sentence. If you begin your sentence with as the conjunction, after early you put a comma. Okay. Okay, now second sentence. She was tired. She was tired. She had walked all the whole way. She was tired. She had walked all the whole way.
Can you repeat that sentence?
Sentences, she was tired. She had walked all the whole way. W-H-O-L-E, W-A-Y. Okay, Elsa, can you connect these 2 sentences with as?
As she had walked the whole way, she was tired.
As she had walked the whole way, she was tired. Otherwise,
She was tired as she had walked the whole way.
Okay, so she was tired as she had walked all the whole way. Okay, so you can write in these two different methods. Now, the second conjunction is since. Another conjunction in use is since. S-I-N-C-E, since. You know, whenever we are learning the tense rules, we are normally highlighting with since it shows a point of time, right? Since 1921, since 2011, since 1997, since 2000. Okay, so we are since July, since Monday, since morning. Okay, we are actually giving the exact time with the help of since. That is okay, but at the same time, we are using since as a conjunction in our sentence for connecting. Okay, it is equal to as in usage. Okay, it is equal to as in usage. So the heading is since. The sentences, we use since to join sentences. We use since to join sentences that give a reason or answer the question why. We use since to join sentences that give a reason or answer the question why. The same, it is equal to as. Underline
Can you
give
say once
reason,
more?
underline why.
And can you say once more time?
Once again, we use since to join sentences that give a reason or answer the question why. Okay, example, I was already awake. I was already awake, full stop. I went for a walk. I was already awake. I went for a walk.
Can you repeat the one more time?
I was already awake.
Ma'am,
A-W-A-K-E.
ma'am,
Full
not
stop.
that, ma'am, before.
We use since to join sentences that give a reason or answer the question why. I was already awake. I went for a walk. How to use since for combining these two sentences? Yes, Suraja.
And since I was already awake, I went for a walk.
Okay. So your sentence is since I was already awake. Okay, because of that reason, I went for a walk. Okay, that's correct. So after awake, you put a comma. Okay, Suraja. Not for Suraja, for everyone. Next word, while. W-H-I-L-E, while. W-H-I-L-E, while. Sentence, we use while to show when an action is done. We use while to show when an action is done. And the most important point is, it is used when two things are happening at the same time. We use while to show when an action is done. It is used when two things are happening at the same time. Two things are happening at the same time. Please underline two things are happening when two things are happening at the same time. Okay. Example, I met my aunt. I was walking to school. So on the way, right? On the way. I met my aunt. Full stop. I was walking to school. Second sentence. The bell rang I was giving my presentation. The bell rang. I was giving my presentation. Connect these sentences with while. Gopika Shankar.
Yes, ma'am.
First
The
one.
first, I met my aunt while I was walking to school.
Okay. I met my aunt while I was walking to school, happening at the same time, right? Okay. Now, Rinan Jijo. Second sentence. Use while.
Ma'am, I didn't finish the second question.
The bell rang.
While I was doing
No,
my
no, no, no. The bell rang. I was giving my presentation. Rinan.
The bell rang while I was giving the
So
presentation.
it is happening at the same time. Okay. So while I was giving my presentation. Okay. Now next question, next point. When?
Excuse me.
WHEN. When?
Ma'am,
Yes,
could-
Suraja.
Ma'am, could it be while I was giving my presentation, the bell rang? Is it?
No problem, no problem. But remember, if you begin your sentence with a subordinating conjunction, that's up after the subclause, put a comma. Okay, there is nothing wrong to use in that way also. Okay, when? When? Next word is when. We use when to show the point of time or the period of time
Could you repeat?
we use when to show the point of time, underline to show the point of time or the period of time, underline period of time when an action is done. We use when to show the point of time or the period of time when an action is done. Underline point of time and period of time. First sentence. I loved English. Full stop. I loved English. Full stop. I was in school. I loved English. Full stop. I was in school. Second sentence. The students stood up. Full stop.
The first sentence.
I loved English. I was in school. Second sentence. The students stood up. The principal entered the class. The principal entered the class. First question, Jonal Joseph.
Yes, ma'am. I loved English when I was in school.
Okay, it shows the exact time, right? Okay, fine. It shows the duration, so how long, no, that particular moment onwards, right? Okay, fine. And a second sentence to Wasim. Wasim Rafiq.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Wasim. Second sentence. Wasim?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, switch on your video. Wasim, you give me the answer. The student stood up, the principal entered the room. Combine or synthesize these two sentences with when.
The children stood up when the principal entered.
Okay, the question is not children, it is starting with the students. Okay, so the students stood up when the principal entered the room. It shows the exact point of time. When the principal entered the room. Okay, it shows the time, point of time. Okay, now next heading, unless and if. Unless and if. The conjunctions unless and the conjunction if. We use unless and if. Karthik, are you writing? We use unless and if to join sentences. To join sentences when one of the sentences is a condition. We use unless and if to join sentences when one of the sentences is a condition. Underline, one of the sentences is a condition. Remember the subject verb agreement. Many sentences, among the sentences one, it shows a condition. So it should be is. One of the sentences is a condition. Okay. However, comma, when we use unless, however, when we use unless, the conditions are opposite. However, whenever we use unless, the conditions are opposites. So, two sentence pair. I can come first in class. I can come first in class. Full stop. I study hard. I can come first in class. I study hard. First pair. Second pair. I can't stand first in class. I can't stand first in class. Full stop. I study hard. I can't stand first in class. I study hard.
Ma'am, can you
Check.
repeat the first sentence?
I can come first in class. I can come first in class. I study hard. Second pair. I can't stand first in class. I study hard. Hiba Fatima, first one. Anyway, two conditions. We have unless and if. Which conjunction that you are going to use with the first sentence? Where is she? Shahan Nasser.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
If I can come first in class, I study hard. Unless I study hard.
No. Go through the questions once again. Elsa won't get this question. Don't raise your hand. I won't ask the triplets. I won't ask Gopika Shankar. No Suraja. No Renan. I'm getting many hands. No, Anna. No Jonal. Shahan Nasser. Shahan, could you please repeat the first sentence? I can come first in class. Okay. I study hard.
If I can come first in class, I study hard.
Now look at the sentence construction. Is it a right construction?
Can I?
The right way? A
Unless
slight
I
problem.
study hard.
Huh?
Unless I study hard.
Unless I study hard.
If
Okay, if your sentence is unless I study hard. Okay, now you complete. Unless I study hard.
I can come first.
Are you sure? Because I have told when we use unless, we should use opposite sentences, right?
I can't stand first in class.
I can't stand first in class.
If I
Again, I'm
can,
giving you the time for completing.
if
Shahan.
I can come first. If I
So you use two different conjunctions in one sentence. You said unless, you said if. Only one conjunctions can be used. Ashwin, can you try?
Yes.
Okay, my son.
I can come first in class if I study hard.
Excellent. Okay, that is the right usage. Nakul, second one.
I can't stand first in class unless I study hard.
Because can't is an opposite usage, right? Simple one. Okay, very good, children. Very good. Okay, now Shahan. Shahan, now can you tell me now? Shahan Nasser, can you correct your sentence? Use unless and use the other one.
I can come first in class if I study hard.
Okay. Second sentence.
I can study first unless I stu- unless I study hard.
I can or I can't?
I can't
I can't stand first in class unless.
unless I study hard.
Okay. First sentence. First sentence.
If if I can come first in class, I study hard.
Again a mistake.
I can come first in class if I study hard.
Now it is correct. Clear now, Shahan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next word is yet. The other conjunction yet. Y-E-T, yet. Okay. We use yet to join sentences that show contrast. Yet, the word is yet. Okay. We use yet to join sentences that show contrast. We use yet to join sentences that show contrast. Okay, underline that show contrast. Sentences
Can you repeat once more?
we use yet to join sentences that show contrast. What is the meaning of contrast?
I don't know.
Difference in opinion or anything.
Difference in opinion or anything. Okay, fine. Opposite or difference in it. Okay. I ate an entire bowl of pasta. I ate an entire bowl of pasta. I was hungry. I ate an entire bowl of pasta. I was hungry. Second pair of sentences. He was getting late. Second one, he was getting late. He chose to walk to school. He chose to walk to school. I repeat, he was getting late. He chose to walk to school. First sentence, I ate an entire bowl of pasta. I was hungry. He was getting late. He chose to walk to school. These are the 4 sentences, 2 pairs. Okay, so my first question to Ihan. Ihan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please join the first 2 sentences with yet.
Ma'am, I ate an entire bowl of pasta, yet I was hungry.
Okay. Second one, Anna Binu.
He was getting late, yet he chose to walk to school.
Chose, C-H-O-S-E, chose, past tense. He was getting late, yet he chose to walk to school. Okay, another one, although. This is the last one. Then we'll go for Albin Sibi's presentation. Okay, although. The word is although. We also use although. We also use although to show contrast. I repeat, exactly like at, we are using although to show contrast. Next line. It usually comes in the beginning of the sentence. It usually comes in the beginning of the sentence. Whenever you use although, remember that should be the beginning of a sentence. Okay. It usually comes in the beginning of the sentence. It is not strict. It is usually. I have used the word usually, normally. The same sentences which you have written with yet can be used for writing with although. So copy the first pair, then comes the second pair. I ate an entire bowl of pasta. I was
Although I
hungry.
ate an entire bowl of pasta, yet I was hungry.
Huh? Two conjunctions. You use both the conjunctions, Afridi. You use although at the same time yet also. It is not possible. Either you make a complex sentence or you go for using a compound sentence. I ate an entire bowl of pasta. I was hungry. He was getting late. He chose to walk to school. No, Elsa. I'll give you another chance. Okay. Shreya Menon. Shreya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I ate an entire bowl of pasta, although I was hungry.
Are you sure that you are constructing in a right way? $20, right? $20, right? Gopika? Gopika Sikumar.
Although I ate an entire bowl of pasta, I was hungry.
So where comes the comma?
Ma'am, after pasta.
Correct. Okay, you're right. Now the next person is, I'm searching for another person. Nihan Salim. Nihan, are you here in the classroom? Nihan Salim? Physically and mentally absent. Gogul Krishna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, my son. Gogul, second sentence. Combine these two sentences with although. I have told you whenever you use although in your sentence, generally or normally, although should be the beginning of a sentence. You use although in the beginning of a sentence. You cannot use any other forms.
Although he was getting late, he chose to walk to school.
Is he choose or he chose?
He chose.
Chose to
Go to school.
walk to school. Not go to school, walk to school. Okay. So could you please repeat once again, Gogul Krishna?
Although he was getting late, he chose to walk to
Walk to school. Okay, school. This is all about the conjunctions. So I am wishing all the very best for your coming examination. Don't crack your little brain with a lot of rules. You go for the sentences. Okay. So children, I welcome Albin Sibi for his wonderful seminar presentation. Only Albin is ready for today's seminar.
Now I am ready.
You're ready. Go bigger if there is
Ma'am,
time.
I have a doubt, ma'am. What is my topic? No, my topic.
Albin?
Ma'am, can you tell my topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Have I have not given yet, right?
Ma'am,
For
I
Afridi,
have got a topic.
you got a topic.
Yes, ma'am.
You
Me.
call me after some time. Now this is time for Albin.
Ma'am, it is showing only the host is share this meeting.
I think you can share. Can you share?
And now now we can
Yes,
share,
Don't
ma'am.
tick. Tick is there. Huh? Albin? Yes.
ma'am,
You can't? Don't get
I
tense.
can.
Slowly.
Ma'am,
Is it good morning, Albin? The time is 4:10 or 4:15 now.
sorry, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, my friends, and my name is Alvin Sibi. Standing for English grammar seminar. The topic is coordinating condition and subordinate condition.
Okay. Coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. Very good. Okay. Albin, you have only 5 minutes. Albin,
Ma'am,
I cannot hear you. Could you please read a little louder?
conjunctions are conjunctions. A conjunction is a join word we use.
Joining word.
Joining word we use conjunctions to join two words, phrases, or clauses together to make one long sentence.
Mm.
Conjunctions are two types. They are coordinated and subordinated.
Excuse me, Albin, whenever you write the word coordinating, this is a hyphenated word. Okay, after co, put a hyphen. Okay, no problem. Carry on.
Subordinate condition. The subordinate condition is a
Albin is facing network issue.
The close examples of cognitive after or to as much as soon as even and through how is important that just as this now sentences of subordinative conjunction. I read a newspaper because it provides information. Here,
Okay.
because is the subordinating condition. The
Okay.
stadium looks like garbage after the match. Here, after is the subordinating condition. Someone dropped me here. Dropped me here when I was a here when is the subordinate condition. This car has been in my house since my childhood. Since is a subordinate condition. I fear last is said something inside list. It is the here list is the subordinate condition. The hotel staff provide a facility in their rooms.
Facility in their rooms. Okay.
In their rooms.
Hmm.
Provide here provide is the subordinate condition. The train reached
the hotel staff provided every facility in their rooms. You said provided is an example for a conjunction. Are you sure that provided is used as a conjunction? Here in the sentence, you verify it and you check it again and again and you tell me. Okay, in the next class, try to avoid this example. Again, the word since. See, since my childhood. Alvin, since my childhood. Okay, so if it is a clause, it should have a subject and predicate in it. Okay, in your sentence, this car has been in my house since my childhood. The first part of the sentence is okay. But the second part, you said since my childhood is a subordinating conjunction. But there is also a problem. If it is a clause, that should have a subject and predicate in it. Where in the sentence it is lacking, or on this part of the sentence it is lacking. Okay, so please find another example in the next class. Okay. Okay, because since, before and all are also used in the form of a prepositions also, which shows direction, which shows time, which shows location and all. Okay, so please, before inserting such prepositions or such words in your sentence, you should make sure that that part of the sentence is having all the qualities of a subclause. Okay, carry on. Okay, it's time. Alvin, you please refer everything once again. You stop sharing. Okay, it's time. The other